Alright, so welcome back to this channel, my trader friends. For this video, we'll be having our discussion regarding the input function in Python programming. So without further ado, let's start our input function tutorial. Okay, so input function. Basically, this function of Python programming allows us to ask information from the user. So more likely, programmers uses this function to have an interaction with the user of the system. So basically, when we say input function, the syntax is simply the variable name is equals to the input term, then open and close parentheses, then you must have there your question for the user input. So sometimes they're asking for the name, username, for the password. Actually, this is just the same if you are logging into your Google or YouTube or even Facebook account, wherein you are required to input your username, your email, or your password. This is the coding behind that specific scenarios for those websites. So for the task, let's have here create a function that will ask for the name of the user and will welcome him or her upon entering his or her input. So basically, one data is the task is asking us, which is just the name of the user. So let's start. Let's go to the Jupyter notebook. So we're currently here in the Jupyter notebook. So let's start our coding here. So let's have our variable, which is a name, since that will be the data that we will be having from our user. So name equals, we will write here a word or a task that if the user will read it, he or she will know that he or she needs to input her or his name. Okay, so let's have your input, just like what the syntax is saying. Input, the variable name that we have used is the name, equals input, then open and close parentheses. So open and close parentheses, let's have a string here because we are having a set of words or a phrase. So what is, just like this one, what is your name? Something like that. So what is your name? Then let's have a space here. Then, if the user will input his or her name, actually, let's run this first. So, as you can see, we are now prompt to have an input. So, for example, what is your name? Let's write here, the engineer trader. Something like that, then enter. Then nothing happens. Why there is nothing happens? The only output that we have now is what is your name and our input, the engineer trader. So aside on that, there's nothing happens. Actually, the reason is that we don't have any print function. So let's add some print function. So print, because on our task it says that we must welcome him or her upon entering the input. So print, let's print here. You're welcome here. Then you're welcome here. Since we are, let's have a concatenation, just like what we have tackled before on our previous video tutorial. By the way, if you not yet watched that video tutorial regarding concatenation, better to watch it first and check it on our Python playlist of this YouTube channel. So let's have here concatenation, so plus sign. But before the plus sign, we must have here an additional space for it to have a space on our output. So you're welcome here. Then we will now going to add the input of our user, which is actually equals to the variable name. So welcome, you're welcome here, name, for it to display the name of the user. So plus, let's have another symbol, exclamation point before exclamation point. Okay, so that's it, the exclamation point, and let's have some smiley for the user to be happy, of course. So let's have here smile, kiss, wow, kiss, okay, and stars. Okay, so I think it's enough, and let's try to run. Okay, so let's run. What is your name? The system is asking us for our name. So let's have our input. My name is the engineer trader. So basically, what is your name? The engineer trader. Let's enter again. Okay, so automatically, as you can see, my friends, automatically, after entering our name, it says here that you're welcome here, and there's a space because we add here a space. The engineer trader, the name, that is the name, and addition, the exclamation point. As you can notice, my friends, the letter R and the exclamation point doesn't have any space between them because we don't put space before on our print function here. So just like this one. So see this, and our emoticons. Okay, so that's basically how the input function works. And for example, we are asking, let's try another one. So let's try another one. Let's try to have age. So what is your age? So what is your age? Then the print, you are, let's have here, you are, then the age, for example, the user input 20, you are 20, let's have here, spaced years old. For example, that is our system. So let's try to run it. So run. What is your name? The engineer trader. Then enter. You're welcome here, the engineer trader. The next question. What is your age? For example, I'm young, so I'm 18. So as you can see, 18 is not a string. It is actually an integer. But again, when we say input function, all the inputs coming from our user is considered as a string. So technically speaking, even 18 is a number, it will not be considered as integer, but rather it will be considered by the Python as a string. So there will be no error if we will going to enter this. There will be no error in printing. Okay, so let's enter. So you are 18 years old. Okay, so that's it, my trader friends. I hope you learned something from this video tutorial regarding our input functions. So if you learn from this video, my friends, don't forget to like, share, and comment, of course, below on our video description. Any positive only, huh? Positive comments. I need positive comments for us to finish this series. Anyway, so this is the Engineer Trader, your partner from learning to earning. Always saying, keep safe and may your trades be great. Bye-bye.